Hey, that's the real thing.
Yeah, take a smoke.
What up, though, y'all? Shit. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. How y'all doing? What's up, Miss Producer? How you doing? How y'all doing? Hey, listen, I'm telling you, this is going to be a show like no other. I'm actually going to, the announcement that I normally take about 15, you can cut the music, Miss Producer. The announcement that I normally take 20 minutes is going to take me 5 minutes because I got two special guests in the house that I can't wait to introduce. For those of y'all that follow me, you already know who it is, so it ain't no secret. But it's about to go down, goddamn. How y'all doing, man? We in the goddamn studio, man, for the first time ever. Late nights with Leonard. Let's go. Thanks to my homegirl. We gonna introduce her in a minute. But we in the studio. If y'all notice, like, we in the studio, man. The two special guests that we got on, we had to be in the studio, goddamn. But first of all, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's thank God. Y'all already know how we do it. Late nights with Leonard. Let's thank God for, first of all, if y'all don't believe in him, I do. And that's what it's about. I mean, I appreciate him for waking me up this morning. Everything. Thank God, man. Let me get to my notes. Let's not forget the sick. We all lost somebody in our family. No matter what it is, we got loved ones that passed away. We got loved ones that are sick. Let's not forget them, man. I mean, y'all know how we do it. You know, we got to represent, and we got to always keep them in our prayers. Gemini season, goddamn. So them doggone, who just passed? Libras? Taurus? So it's Geminis now. Starting today. So happy birthday, Geminis. Let's give it up for the Geminis. Miss Producer, let's give it up for the Gemini. Where your hand claps at, goddamn? See, Miss Producer forgot that I guess she felt like the studio was gonna do that. We still got to do our part, Miss Producer. How you doing, Miss Producer? So Gemini's birthday and my special guest. We'll talk about that later. I don't want to give it up, but we got a special guest. Aries, what? Who said Aries? That was last. Who that? Pup birthday? Happy birthday, Aries. Goddamn, it ain't Aries' birthday no more. I'm trying to find my notes. Goddamn. Here we go. Right here. All right, we back in place now. All right, so you already know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna always give honor to my mother. We just had Mother's Day passed along, and when I do this, I don't ever do this, and it always make me feel funny because I know it's a lot of people that lost their mom. So it always had me watch what I say when I talk about my mom. It's no disrespect for nobody that lost their mom, and my heart goes out. I can't even imagine if I didn't have my mother. But I'm just taking everybody. I need to start giving my mother her flowers while she's here. So that's why I do it all the time. I love you, Mom, if you're watching. I love you. You can tune out now because it's about to get a little messy, but I do love you. And if you don't have a mother, your mother's gone, it ain't nothing wrong with still loving her. You can still love her. You can still think about her. You can still give her moment. You can give her a special day if you want to. But I'm always give it up for my moms, man. Appreciate you, Mom, for everything you do, because if it wasn't for you, I would not be here. I want to give a special shout-out before I get deep into the promoting. All the promoters, man. All the promoters, all the business owners, because I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. A lot of promoters don't know how it all started. We are definitely rising up in the world. I remember it was a day where promoters didn't get called to help a establishment out until they're getting ready to close. And I got some guests on the show that can actually agree with that. But now the promoters are getting called when businesses first open up. So I want to get a special shout out to the promoters because we've been working hard for a long time. I know me personally, I've been doing this all my damn life. And Miss Producer can tell you the same thing. I've been doing skip parties in high school. But promoters, we finally started to get recognized. Like I told you, we didn't get called to help a business until they was getting ready to close. Now they finally calling us when they open. Goddamn. Ain't nobody clapping. Miss Producer, see, that's because you don't know about being a promoter. You supposed to clap on there. It's all good, though. It's all good. They still don't know. And I'm trying not to say y'all name. I'm trying not to goddamn. But anyway, give a shout out to all my promoters, business owners that allow us to use their venues until we get our own. And the two guests that I got on the show tonight, baby, they finally got their own, goddamn it. And I'm looking forward to the same goddamn thing. So shout out to all the promoters this Friday, y'all. Matter of fact, tonight is the kickoff to my homeboy birthday bash. But this Friday, True Vibes, if y'all want to come mess with us, if y'all want to come try to get these boat party tickets, we will be at Echo Lounge and we will be at Lava Cantina this Friday. Y'all will find somebody from the True Vibes group at one of those locations. More importantly, Echo is the kickoff, or is it Thursday? No, it's Friday. For my boy Tyrone Jackson birthday party kickoff, all the Geminis. I really don't know too much about Geminis, goddammit. You don't supposed to say nothing right now. You don't supposed to say nothing right now. This ain't your time right now, Ty. All black in the summer? Nigga, demon. Anyway, Echo will be off the hook this Friday, the kickoff birthday bash. Well, tonight is the actual kickoff birthday bash for my boy Tyrone Jackson because he is on the show. And it's about to go down. Geminis, goddamn it, they in the house. Tonight, they just started at 12 o'clock, goddamn, this morning, right? Happy birthday to all the Geminis. I don't know too much about y'all. That mean y'all probably ain't too much of shit. But, you know, but all I do know is it's almost Virgo season, goddamn. Ain't no Virgos in here? None of y'all Virgos? None of the people that own this place? Nothing. Goddamn, Misa. You coming on before Thursday night? Like, ain't no keeping it rolling. This is how we do it. We about to get it rolling. Just like she said, I did skip over Thursday nights, didn't I? I actually supposed to introduce you before I. All right, so for those of y'all that's not, I have a co-host tonight. And matter of fact, before I even go through Thursday nights, I'm going to go ahead and just introduce her right now. Matter of fact, you ain't on the show tonight, right? Are you mic'd up? Can you talk from the background? Anything like that?
From the background.
Okay, all right. We got my homegirl, Misa. She made it all possible, goddamn, for us, True Vibes, Late Nights with Leonard, to be in this such beautiful goddamn studio, y'all. Clap! The hell, y'all, what the hell? You don't, come on, miss. I'm nervous. I understand. I'm saying y'all nervous too. Y'all ain't on y'all shit. Clap.
Hey, y'all.
We're in a whole new studio. I know y'all know the difference. We're in a whole nother studio. Can everybody hear us? And I'm not even, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so focused on the studio. I am so sorry. Thanks for everybody that's tuning in, that always tune in. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me pretty good? Because I'm mic'd up and the volume is going somewhere. I know I'm talking, you know I got to talk to them. They don't see this yet. I'm just, you know, we got to do it all. They got me. But we appreciate everybody that's tuning in, everybody that always tune in each and every Wednesday at 10 p.m. So I'm going to move forward. A lot of things that I will say, I'm going to cut it off right now because I got two special guests that I cannot wait to introduce. So I'm going to cut off the announcements, and I will, if you do follow me, I'll post it. I'll post it tomorrow between all weekend. We got a lot going on, including the boat party, but we'll talk about that later because this is more important to me. But I do want to, I got two special guests that mean a lot to me. And when I first moved here in Dallas, almost 17 years ago, I went to a place called, it was on Beltline, Azure. Goddamn. And y'all probably remember this night, too. Y'all probably don't remember. I pulled up in a Bentley probably about 18 years ago. It wasn't mine. It wasn't my Bentley. It was my boy Bentley. When I tell you this is the best place in fucking North Dallas that I have been to, they let me pull it. And when and it was y'all running it. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm talking too much, goddamn. It was Pup and goddamn Tyrone running the shit. But I just thought about this just now. Because I was thinking as I was driving, they was actually the first contact that I had. And didn't even know if they was the first contact that I had. That was the first club. No, Beamer's was the first club that I've been to. I'm not going to lie. But Azure was the first day party that I ever even heard of. I never heard of a fucking day party. What you doing this for? I got it. I done already cut off my announcement. That's what I'm doing. I'm about to bring him to the show, Miss Producer. That's Miss Producer. She gonna do what she do. But long story short, these guys been in my life for a long time. And I'm so grateful that they're here. And not only just with the promoting, it's deeper than that. We about to talk about it. So I need to bring my boy, goddamn. Three-time Super Bowl champ of the Dallas Cowboys, Kevin Pup Smith is in the goddamn house with us tonight, man. What's up, bro? You got his phone. Oh, you live with me, baby?
Yeah.
I got my boy Kevin Pup Smith and his one and only partner, Tyrone Jackson. Tyrone Jackson has a son that played in the NFL, goddamn it. So listen, what's up, bro?
Texas summers are getting longer and hotter.
That's because it's short here. You only you my height, goddamn. How y'all
might be
doing,
a
man?
little taller.
We appreciate y'all being out. Goddamn,
Appreciate you having us,
Kevin and
Leonard.
Tyrone in the house.
What up?
How
Much
y'all
love,
doing,
my
man?
brother.
Y'all all right?
We good.
Good, man. So
Got my crown.
you got your crown?
No Coors
You
Light.
need a refill?
Nah, I'll be all right.
What you got over there?
Oh,
All right, man.
terrible.
Listen, I got my fellas on the show, and I'm so grateful. This been like a month in the makings. They finally came up to me and was like, Leonard, we gonna be. I've been asking them for a year. It's been a year and 4 months I've been doing this, goddamn, and they finally got on the show, man. I appreciate
and
you, man.
we've been watching too.
You been watching?
We watch it. Yeah.
I've been seeing Ty been tuning in, man, talking shit about
last
the
week I
Lions.
tuned in, y'all
Well,
give me no
told me he was
love.
mad last week, but go on.
Yeah,
We talk. What was you mad about?
Yeah, let him speak.
I ain't hear our name nowhere.
You ain't hear what name? You talking about Echo? Because
Tyrone,
these niggas
Pup.
are the top dogs of Echo Live.
I listened to the whole show. I tuned in and said Detroit sucks, and you didn't respond.
Oh shit, he started already. You said Detroit sucks.
I did. Didn't I? Did you saw that?
I didn't see it. You see the
You did
Mr.
see
Why
it.
you ain't tell me? Because I'd have cussed him out.
You didn't tell it.
I ain't think about it.
A lot of the comments though, why it was going last week.
Yeah, we were messed up last week. I told you that. We were messed up.
I mean, it's people talking junk right now. I'm gonna get on it, but I'm gonna let y'all.
Yeah. I mean, but you know, Ty.
So let me-
Amber Alert just came through. I'm
What
sorry.
happened, man? What's going on?
Let me
They
start this
interrupted
off
my
right.
program.
That must be that
Detroit
Metro
sucks.
phone, man. Mine came through 7
Tyrone,
minutes
we'll
ago.
talk about that in a minute.
right.
I wanna formally introduce y'all. You know, so
Dorian, you
these
heard
are
that.
not just regular people that I interview. These people that I actually love. Like I said, I've been fucking with y'all. Excuse my language, for about 16 years now.
At least 15 plus.
And y'all
years.
probably didn't know me for about 6 years. I've been knowing y'all for 16. Y'all probably been knowing me for like 6.
No, I never knew the
You never
capacity
knew me.
you brought to the business, but you know, because you got Union Park. You got to remember that now.
Yeah.
We ain't
And
talking
then
about this.
Herrera's.
Ain't about Union Park tonight.
But
That's
I mean,
what
I
I
know
met
it's
you at.
not. But we talking about our connections.
Yeah.
And what we brought to the city and what you brought to the city, and Union Park and Herrera's are two successful places that not as promoters, Leonard. And like I tell people all the time, how I started this thing was I used to throw, when I retired from the NFL, I used to have parties every Sunday at my house. And it just got old, man. Tyrone was there, and we'd be packed, and that Monday clean up, and I say, man, we got to do this somewhere else. I can't do it at home no more. So we decided to do it on Henderson, right, Tyrone? What was the place
Yeah,
called?
Glow Lounge.
No, not before Glow. It was the other place.
Tyrone was with you.
Tyrone was
it's
in the-
called the Beauty
Tyrone
Bar
was-
now.
How long Tyrone been with you? Matter of fact, how long?
So this was 2008, 2000. No, actually, when I
Yeah,
retired, it was 2001. So we went for about 7, 8 years. Every Sunday.
Backyard barbecue.
Backyard barbecue, man.
At your crib.
At my house. It was like crazy in Plano. And then about 2006, 2007, we said, man, I said, I can't do this no more. So we went to this place called, it was called something.
It's the Beauty Bar, the old
It
Beauty
was the old
Bar.
Beauty Bar.
I forgot
It was-
the Blue
you know the old
Flame.
Beauty
The Blue
Bar,
Flame.
Leonard?
The Blue Flame.
I don't
the
know.
Blue Flame
it's-
is called.
If
It was called.
before 16 years, I don't know.
Okay, so it was a beauty bar. So we did a
Blue
one
Flame.
time. No, it was called
Blue
something.
Flame.
It was something about.
For a week.
Anyway, it was some quarter something. But it ended up we did that place, and it did well. Then the guy came down. He owned the Glow Lounge, and we said, and there's another place next to it, a pizza place. Then there was a sushi place.
God damn, Pop.
It was next to it. We said,
I
I said,
didn't
man,
plan
let's and me and RC was good friends. RC Williams, RC
Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah. I
Grits.
know what you're talking about. I know
So
what
I asked RC, I said, man, let's create a block party and let's do all 3 venues. And that's kind of how we started Block Party Sunday about 2008, Tyrone? Or 9?
2009 when
Yeah.
it officially
Do the
came
math.
out.
How long has that been?
That was
16
How many
years.
years is that?
Goddamn.
Lisa?
So right before I came, right before I got here.
That's how we started Block Party Sunday.
Yeah.
And then we took that, we took the Law Society. And then, so at that point, about when we got to Law Society, I started telling Tyrone, I said, man, we promoters, we making money, but the real money is behind them doors. So when we got to Azure, and Leonard, you're not just a promoter, you know how to run an establishment.
Yeah.
You know how to manage it. You know the bar.
I do.
You do. And that's what I started. I said, man, I'm not no promoter. I want to figure out how to get in here and figure out the bar, the numbers, the real numbers, and get the real money, and then play a promoter. Because the promoter only making, 10% of that bar and maybe some of that door and all that. So my philosophy since we got to Azure was always getting there and figure out the kitchen, figure out the bar, figure out everything. And then that's kind of that's our plight of where we are with Echo right now. So we make, I'm not getting paid as a promoter. I get paid.
Owner, goddamn.
Yeah, I'm not in there for no pennies. Yeah.
You know what's crazy is I was so worried about goddamn Divalicious by Misa taking over the show. But Pup, I wasn't about to bring. I don't want to talk about no goddamn promotion we already know that they've goddamn running the goddamn city at Echo Lounge. We know that. We
I didn't
already
hear that
know
last week.
I got a fucking 3-time Super Bowl Cowboys champion on Late Nights with Leonard, and you talking about promotion. Goddamn.
Right. Well, and Leonard,
nobody care about
I'm gonna let Tyrone speak, but then people don't know I got to Dallas. I moved here.
It don't matter.
When we talking about Dallas and the party
We're going to
scene,
talk about that later.
We can talk about that, but I moved here as a draft pick
I'm
in
messing with you,
1991. And so I've been knowing the club. I mean, Misa's sitting, I know, I can call James Price right now, he'll pick up the phone. I can call Gigi right now, he'll pick up the phone. I can call Keith Black right now, he'll pick up the phone. I can call...
Why wouldn't they, nigga? You a
Well,
Cowboys you won 3 Super
But not
Bowls.
only
Why
that-
wouldn't they pick up the phone for you?
No.
He didn't carry it.
I planted the seeds. I know
This just
those
me
are-
giving him his flowers.
Those are my friends, and I
I'm
learned
giving him his
Blackberry,
flowers.
who's dead. Rest in peace, Blackberry.
Rest in peace.
Blackberry is one of my best friends. I sat in there till 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning with some of them. I've helped pay some liquor taxes that wasn't paid to keep these places going.
Yeah.
So all these guys are Gigi's icon. 25 years. Blackberries, Iguana Mirage. James Price is Dallas as a club owner.
Wow.
You talk about who owned Dreams, Tyrone. What's his name? Gigi's brother. A lot of people don't know that. That's
On
Gigi's
Wednesday,
brother.
$7 a
Halu.
night.
A lot of people don't know Halu and Gigi are brothers.
Yeah,
Wow.
Lou.
Halu owned Dreams for 35 years.
And I know both of them,
And
and I never
Gigi's,
known
they
that.
are brothers.
Dreams was the shit.
Yeah, they are
Every
blood brothers.
Wednesday, ladies' night, $7.
Wednesday
Best
night,
wings
you heard
gonna
me.
get.
Sports 88.
Best wings you gonna get. You gonna have to
Sports
wait a
88,
little
Drew
bit.
Pearson, not the Hideaway, Cowboys Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the best places I've ever been in Dallas. I've sat there and I saw the business, learned the business, know the business, from the liquor taxes to anything, any code, anything that goes on.
Bro.
And of course, Taco Patron was probably our most
That's what I was
successful.
about to mention.
Oh, you forgot about Taco Patron.
I didn't forget.
Yeah, we had everywhere we go, we pretty much had success, and Tyrone's been very, very vital, and he's been solid in this business. And it took him a while though. I said, Tyrone, the hell with that promotion, you got to start learning the business. And so the last 5 or 6 years, he finally picked it up. And I'm gonna let Tyrone speak for himself, but that's kind of my history in Dallas and the club scene and Guana Mirage, Lexington. Alvin Scott is probably the #1 guy in Dallas. People don't know Alvin Scott.
I don't know.
Alvin Scott. Do you know Alvin Misa? Man, Alvin Scott.
Who is Alvin Scott, Mason?
Alvin Scott is like
He's the #1 guy.
one guy you go to.
Yeah,
I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
So it's plenty of other names that's been from RJ's by the lake, Lakeside, Keith Johnson. I can call Keith right now. He'll pick up the phone. anybody anybody that's ever been in this business.
How much for overtime, y'all? Because it look like that's what's
I'm
going
just
on.
telling you, man. Anybody that's ever been in the business in Dallas,
I ain't even
I
touched
can call
no
them and get them on the phone. Trust me. Yeah.
Oh, we good then.
Yeah. But let's let
Pup is the
Tyrone
man.
speak on his.
What? No, I mean we got. Trust me.
But now,
I got room
in
for
the
Ty.
meantime, through all those years, I played for the Cowboys for 9 years.
There we go.
And won 3 Super Bowls. And I just planted a lot of seeds. I remember going to Gigi's, man, and opening the club, opening the bar for 3 hours. The bar is open. Drinks went for $3
Talking about
back
like
then.
that was a lot though.
He did that.
Back then.
About $2,000. We weren't, so you remember, Leonard? So back then, Leonard, in the 90s, when we were winning Super Bowls, nobody was really buying bottles. And so, and it wasn't no big Casamigos, and it wasn't no high-end liquor.
Reposados.
Everybody was drinking Crown and Jack and Bumping Face. Yeah, Patron. Back then, people was drinking, it was Hennessy and,
Tequila Sunrise.
what was Tupac talking about? The Alizé and Hennessy.
Alizé and Hennessy, it blows your mind.
I'd had the worst headache.
But you won 3 Super Bowls, so if they were selling bottles back then, Pup, it still wouldn't matter.
They were.
It didn't matter.
It wouldn't
but,
matter.
Champagne.
But you know, we were buying onesie, twosie drinks, and we would open the bar at Gigi's and the Guana Mirage, and we just say, man, free drinks on us for 2 hours. And they be about $2,000 or $3,000.
Let me ask you this, Pup. Who was one of your, like, because you played with a bunch of, all y'all superstars. Who's your closest teammate that you
Darren
really...
Woodson.
Darren Woodson?
Darren Woodson. Me and Darren Woodson were roommates on the road. We got drafted together, and we just had a lot in common. You know, Darren, great guy. Still to this day, Darren Woodson called me today. We talking, trying to get the Cowboys, more of the players back to the complex. He actually called me today. So, but there, he was my number one guy all the way, man. We were roommates.
Wow.
We lived in the same part of the complex.
Is he younger than you?
No, we were the same draft. Actually, he's older than me. He's a year older
Really?
than me. Yeah. But that was my dude. But we were so close knit. You know, Michael Irvin was good. Michael Irvin was who he was. As advertised, he was what he was. But he would do what he had to do during the season. Yeah. You didn't see that from Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
Somebody calling me.
Yeah, what he called?
Cut that out. Let me get that off here.
Answer your phone, goddamn.
I'm not gonna answer it. But I mean, I had great relationships with it. Like, I was always the guy. Like, I would call myself the arbitrator. I was always the guy that everybody liked. I don't never burn no bridges, man.
Just like now.
I don't burn no
Just
bridges.
like now.
I try not to burn no bridges. It's not too many people that I have an issue with, really and truly.
Okay.
Is that I don't look for no issues.
I got a lot
If
of
there's an
questions.
issue, I cover them.
I got a lot of questions for Tyrone. Not a lot, but I got a few.
Ask him the first
But I want to ask you one more question.
Okay.
What's your best experience? Your best ever experience of being like, bro, you won 3 Super Bowl champions. Not one. You won 3, and you was a major part of all 3.
Right.
Coming out of Oklahoma.
No,
What was your-
A&M. I'm
what?
Texas
I mean, that's
A&M.
what I meant. I did it on purpose. I'm sorry.
I'm from Texas.
Texas A&M, goddammit.
Orange, Texas, Beaumont, Port
where
Arthur,
you
the
from.
Golden Triangle. Yeah.
So,
Pimp C, baby.
what was one of your greatest experiences? Just being a champion. Not playing in the league, but being a
greatest
champion.
experience wasn't even on the football field. It was meeting Michael Jackson. He performed at the halftime.
You met Michael
of the
Jackson?
1992 Super Bowl. Michael Jackson performed.
God damn.
And we were walking out the field at halftime, and they told us, hey, get in the locker room. Michael Jackson performing. It's going to be 45 minutes. So get in the locker room and get warmed up. So we walk out the field. I'm behind. Me and Leon was real good, too. Leon Lett, great friend. And Leon's about 6'6", 6'7". So I'm walking to the locker room behind Leon Lett and Eric Williams, and Michael Jackson was standing up to go out on the field to perform because he wanted to meet us and shake our hands.
Wow.
And so Michael Jackson was like, God, these guys are so big, you know? And then I walked by him, he grabbed me by the arm, he put his hands on me. He said, oh my God, he's my size. He said, you're my size. That's Michael Jackson. He's about 5'11", 140 pounds.
So you ain't sell your soul.
But I had to keep going, but that's the only.
You ain't sell your soul.
No, he touched me though. Michael
you ain't
Jackson
sell your soul.
he put that glove
But
on
you
me.
ain't sell your soul, dude.
He put that
You ain't
gold-
sell your soul, did you?
That glitter
You didn't
glove.
forget that
he
shit.
You ain't
put
sell
on.
your soul, did
Y'all
you?
heard
I didn't sell
that.
my soul. But
I'm just playing.
put
Y'all
that
heard
glitter
it.
glove
Y'all
on
heard
my
it.
arm.
Horse's
No, that's
mouth.
crazy. He did for real?
he say, man, oh my God, he's my size.
Hold it against him.
Yeah, that's what he said. So that's my Michael Jackson story. Meeting Michael Jackson was probably, come in. He's like,
You ain't gonna get no
Shit,
Yeah.
just by you telling me that's the best experience of my life.
man, that's
It ain't
Michael
even happened
Jackson's
to
the
me.
best that ever did.
Michael Jackson touched you?
Michael Jackson put that.
But
little
you are
glitter glove
Kevin
on
Puff
me.
Smith though.
Yeah.
Goddamn. You are Kevin Puff Smith.
Yeah.
Now my boy Tyrone Smith and I.
Tyrone Smith.
Jackson.
Well, he nervous. It's his
I ain't
studio.
nervous.
His
It's
ass
just your name
nervous.
is just. I just didn't know your name. I was just. playing.
Detroit sucks. Let's just bring it back to life.
St. Louis.
Goddamn, Ty.
Now
I
you
did
know
say
why.
Tyrone. I don't know why. I'm thinking his last name, but Tyrone Jackson is in the house, and these guys are best friends. And the question I did want to ask in the beginning of the show: how did it all happen? Before I start asking you a question, how did you and Tyrone like you played for the Cowboys? Not only played, but won 3 Super Bowl championships.
Me and
And
nigga
your
like me.
son, how long your son played for the Cowboys? 5 years.
He was on and off, but he got his 6 years in.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I'm gonna tell you, he called me the day my son got drafted. That's a day you'll never ever fucking forget it. I'm sitting down at his agent Harold Lewis' house in St. Louis, down in the basement. The reception was bad, and he called me, and he said, "Homeboy, they finna take him." I said, "Huh?" They finna take him. Then it fizzed out. I said, "Man." Then the Cowboys called and said, "It's a good number." I said, "Damn." So I didn't move. So I sat there. When they called his name, he knew, but he already knew. He already knew.
St. Louis?
I'm from St. Louis. So I've been here since 1996.
You a Cowboys fan? Well, you ain't had no team.
I've been a Cowboys fan since I've been here. But I'm gonna tell you, I met him probably in 1998, and I met him at GG's.
GG's.
So I'm gonna tell you, Skeeter Meter,
Skeeter.
my cousin
Skeeter, Herman
Andy
Henry.
Bonner played for the
Skeeter,
New York
Skeeter?
Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't know Skeeter played for the Knicks.
He played for the Sacramento Kings with Anthony Bonner.
Yeah.
So
Phoenix,
that's how I met. Well, that's how I met my.
Skeeter
Met
probably
Steve.
at the Hideaway right now.
Nah,
Nah,
he might not be
not
there.
He ain't at the night.
But anyway, to make a long story short, he introduced me to him. So I'm kind of stayed back in my lane. So one day he calls me. I'm at the crib. He say, "Hey man, come have a drink with me." This is like 90 years. So who is this? He says Pup. I said Pup. He said Kevin Smith. Oh, the cow. Okay. He said come up to Nate's and have a drink with me. So I went up there and had a drink with him. That's been what 20 something. That's been 20 something years ago.
God damn.
And then he put me in the game in 2006. So the first he said you know a lot of people. He said I'm gonna put you in this promotion game. He said I was going through a divorce at that time. He said, "Nigga, you ain't gonna make enough money to pay for that damn attorney." he said we finna go into the promotion world. He said, "So that's okay, whatever you need." So we started our first event that he put me in was NFL Celebrity Weekend. It was at Joe Pool Lake.
Damn.
So he put me in that game.
About 07.
Oh, it was
I was
June
here.
of 07.
I got here. That's when I got here.
He put June of 07. It did it big. I mean, but at the end of but I'm gonna tell you what came out of that. I was coming up to him. I said, "Man, this group, Corey Clout, he gave me $900 for Gorilla Zoe, Hood Niggas, and Oak Cliff, That's My Hood, to sing this song on our platform." He said, "Let them shake their
Now,
ass."
what was the other guy from Dallas? The other
A little piece.
Tuck. Big Tuck was
Big
on
Tuck
that.
was on
Big
that
Tuck
deal
was on that
too.
deal too, yeah.
They was
all
all
getting
on this
started.
season. Yeah, it was all getting started. So that was my first event. He put me in the game. So that was the beginning. It was a dude named Patrick Bates that he played football with.
Yep.
At the end of the event, he said, he looked at me and him. He said,
Oh, it rained.
It rained.
It rained. It was rain for like 30 straight days.
Yeah.
And this one day, the sun came out.
yeah,
But we had to get, back then, it was, we had to get SWAT. We spent so much money fencing, everything. We did it at Joe Pool Lake.
SWAT, you mean the big folks?
SWAT. They had the big
30
ass
SWAT
truck
was
out
big
there.
folk. They wasn't messing
Y'all
around.
niggas old.
They wasn't
It's the big four one SWAT, bro.
When you're doing shows like that, when you bring rap acts, that's what the problem is. And this was like the beginning of bringing rap acts to like a lake. And man, they hit us across the head. I mean, we lost on the deal.
Secure venue, period.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah.
We got hit across the head. We spent a lot of money. We didn't make no money, but Tyrone, what did he tell you?
At the end of the day, he looked at us that Monday. When we was done, he said, "Man," he said, "y'all had a whole bunch of shit going on. Y'all had 4 different parties." We did.
I bet.
He said, "But y'all niggas pulled it off." We had to look at each other.
Yeah,
and
we
say,
were disappointed because we didn't make no money.
Yeah, we didn't make no money.
We lost money. But
Everybody got paid.
But the event went well though, Leonard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
so
get it.
At that point,
I get it.
That was the best advice. And I tell Bass says to this day, Bass played, he was a safety for the A&M, got drafted first round for the Raiders, Patrick Bates from Galveston Ball. And the best advice he gave me and him, he gave it to me, but Tyrone was right there. He said, I don't care what y'all feel today, you niggas, he said, you niggas pull this shit off, dog.
Yeah.
And at that point, I said, you know what, let's figure out what we're gonna do in Dallas. Plus, we had the connections, we had planted the seeds, we had the resources, and again, how we started Block Party Sunday was, but I can never forget R.C. Williams. R.C. was solid with that. R.C. bought in. We did the live band. We talked about Badu earlier. Badu used to sneak through there and do shows. And it's funny how Badu used to come to some of the shows.
She was messing with you and you.
When her name was Apples and she used to perform at the Bomb
Well, let me tell you what she used to do when we had Block Party Sunday. She would come in there and they'd be like, Badu just performed, did a song, and I'd be like, where was she at? But she'd be undercover.
Yeah.
She would come in there every Blue Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, and then we'd be like, you sure she did a song? Yeah, she did a song. And she would do a song that she was trying out or whatever else, and she'd be out the door. One song and be out the door.
Wow.
Yeah, she was in there all the time.
She used to dance in a reggae band.
Okay, yeah.
Back in the day, where she was just a background dancer, and then she had opening performance at the Bomb Factory right here.
Yeah, that's Miss Misa that y'all hear in the back. We appreciate you, Miss Misa.
Tyrone, did your son have anything to do with you migrating into? I mean, did he get involved in Dallas nightlife at all?
Nah, my son was. My son was little.
Who is?
My son is 31 now. At this point in time, he was young.
What she said?
He played Pee Wee. He's a Pee Wee legend in Mesquite and Garland. I can tell you that.
Well,
but
they moved.
They moved. When I went through my progressions of getting into promotion world, going through a divorce, he went up there and did what he had to do. Right. But the all C's led back to with the 216 pick. I got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys.
What's your son's name so that we can know?
Darius Jackson.
Darius Jackson. I knew it. I just want the people to know.
So at the end of the day, he back here, one of the largest real estate agents in the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. So, of course, he got his years in playing football, but I'm more proud of him because he's making a name for himself in this city by himself. So if you need any high stake, really, he a high-end realtor. That's what he is. So he, I
thought he was in another state doing that.
No, he in Texas.
He's supposed to.
He in Texas.
What you say?
Yeah.
I talked to somebody on my live.
They get out here and they get the money and they crash and burn within their first 2 years, and then you never hear from them again, and then you don't know what they're doing.
He has made his own name for himself. He know how to use a star to catapult what he needs to do for business purposes. Right. But like us all, he put me in the game a long time ago, and I always will love him for that. We might talk about each other every fucking day.
All the time. And we about to get to that real quick before we end this show.
He growing a curl like me.
It's a natural.
Hold on.
Yeah, you see it growing up. You see it going up.
Hold on, both of y'all got curls in this motherfucker.
No,
y'all do. I just noticed that, pup.
No, this is my natural hair. I can grow it out.
Bro, you got some grease or some type of shit in there.
Grease and water.
Hold on, before we get into that messy shit, man. I got to ask.
Hey, you know my mama used to do to me?
Question, though, for
this
real.
is Dollar Tree grease.
I got to ask you one more question, because we about to get messy. Well, I will tell you this, audience. We are so sorry. This is our first time in the studio, and normally I am connected to a television. I can mirror a television where I can see your comments. Unfortunately, tonight is not the night. We're gonna figure it out though. So everybody that's tuning in, everybody that's commenting, trust we're gonna respond. We're gonna have an edited video that you can also look at as well. But I am so sorry that we can't comment to your responses. We do see him, Miss Producer see him, and we're going to respond. We appreciate all of y'all. And she is trying to interrupt us. So if it's any important comments, let us know. But I do want to ask him one more question before we get into the messy shit so we can end this show. How does it feel, man? Real shit. I mean, I see you all the time, at least 4 days out the week. So I mean, how does it feel to be a father of a son that was very successful in the NFL, man?
You know what? Me and him talk a lot. I mean, we communicate a lot. Let's say that. He feels like he underachieved himself for the football part of it, because I ain't gonna lie to you, the NFL is political. You got to be able to deal with that shit, but you got to be able to deal with it. Yeah, you see the Shedeur Sanders situation, so you got to be able to deal with that shit. But at the end of the day, you got to say, okay, if you get that opportunity, you got to take full advantage of the opportunity. So if you take full advantage of that opportunity, which he did, now it might not have worked out because he had Zeke going against him. You couldn't outdo him. But at the end of the day, hey, do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Make your money. And now come out, you went into the real estate world, so take real estate like football, which he has. So he's made a name for himself. So as a father, when the number 3 for the Bills got knocked out or died on the field, that was
Die?
No, he didn't.
he back.
God
you know
damn,
what I'm
knock
saying?
on some wood,
Man,
Ty.
died or he back?
Damn,
Which
boy.
one is it?
What I'm saying is,
Knock on the goddamn.
yeah, I'm
cup
gonna
or
knock on
something.
everything.
God,
But
damn,
anyway,
he just
came
killed
back.
somebody.
When he got knocked out on the field, let's say that, and he came back and he had to. That was my closure to football.
Yeah.
Because I swear, every day from when he was in Pee Wee to the NFL, I remember every hit that he's ever taken. Please get up. Get up. But now, you selling real estate, best feeling in the world. So as a father, I have friends that's fathers, mothers of NFL players. You know, Keisha, my heart goes out to you. You know why? But at the end of the day, when you're an NFL parent, turn the damn phone off,
That's
pup.
not my phone.
Turn the volume down. That's your phone.
No, it's the
It's your curl.
the iPad. Y'all ready to go out? We
Quiet, man. That's his phone.
Come on, man. You Detroit, you got that damn. You messed up my damn interview.
Rick James.
I told you
I
it was
mean,
28
Rick
minutes.
James.
Tyrone.
Hey, that nigga called me Rick James.
You started it, man.
Hey,
It wasn't
my bad. My bad. But at the end of the day, I'm proud of him.
You feeling good? Are you feeling? And
Hey, I got 2 girls too, and I got 2 grandkids. I love them. Mariah and Alexis will always do. That's just how I have to roll with it.
So y'all, for those of y'all that don't know that's tuning in, these are the Echo Boys. Or the Echo Men, if y'all
Well, Chris,
want.
you can't leave Chris
We
out.
missing Chris. We missing Chris.
Chris
Chris is busy
watching
man.
right now. He
busy
probably
man.
got about 5 different pairs of glasses, but he watching.
Yeah, he
Art
watching.
Appreciate you, Chris.
We
Chris
love
is the
Art.
man. Chris,
Art
Chris
makes
is
it
a hard
happen.
worker, baby. Chris is a hard worker, man. So how do y'all deal with? Do y'all be fucking a lot of girls at Echo?
No,
No, you know I'm going to get married, Leonard. Why
never
you going to
said-
ask
I
me
didn't
a
know that.
question like that?
I did not know that.
Engaged.
I didn't know.
And he halfway
If
there.
I knew, I wouldn't have said no
What
shit
do you
like
be
I'm
doing,
a Detroit
Leonard?
nigga.
Where your woman
you
at?
can't shit
Right
with your
there,
lady.
Miss Producer.
Well, I didn't know that. The way you asked that damn question.
Right.
What you mean?
He asked it like it was casual, didn't he?
No, it's time to get messy. That's why I asked.
Who asked you to ask that question?
Because I remember the
No.
Union. I remember the Union Park days, and it used to
I
be.
wasn't doing it then.
Hey, Leonard,
I'm just saying, it used to be
don't-
buck.
Hey, Leonard, I get it. We all know in that business.
All you had to do was say zero.
yeah,
I
it's-
didn't accuse you of fucking nobody. I just said how many.
His dog always barked on it.
I just said how many people you fucking. You could have been saying zero.
But we wouldn't make no money if everybody
But
was
Leonard,
fucking.
All you could have said was zero. I didn't say nothing.
You can't make no money. You can't make no money if you're fucking them.
That ain't the
Remember
question
that?
I asked. I just asked how many women
Everybody
y'all
want to
fucking.
drink for free too.
I just asked how many women y'all fucking. I didn't say that y'all was fucking anybody. I just said how many. How many?
0.
All right, that's all. I mean,
I
y'all.
have a question.
What you got, Miss
Like,
Meesa?
when men are in this industry, especially being promoters, or owners or whatever, is it challenging? Like facing the women, do a lot of women like hit on y'all because they feel like they can get somewhere, or they gonna get in free, or he gonna buy me a bottle?
No. To me, it's trying to get through that line
Right.
on a Sunday. You trying to get there too late, and I ain't picking up no damn phone.
Goddamn right.
Hey, you're around. We tell you to get there before 4:30, and just today, full effect. Those of you got RSVP tables for Sunday, 4:30, 4:29. If your ass ain't there, you better hit before Cash App because you have until 6 o'clock. If then your table's vacated. But if you don't hit me, your table is vacated, no matter who you are.
It's
And
the
that's a
goddamn
political.
iPad.
Misa, that's a political. Misa,
Oh,
that's a political answer. The real answer is, it comes at all angles, and you have to be you got to be grounded and really rooted to what you believe in, and you got to understand that the dollar is the last. That's the thing, because if you want to mess up something that you really make, if it's your livelihood, then if you. It ain't always been our livelihood. I'd say that.
Right.
I don't depend
you can
on.
tell the difference when it's a
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
a promoter. I won't just say do.
Yeah, it ain't always my livelihood. Because some
Tread
promoters,
lightly, goddamn.
tread lightly.
Tread
Because
lightly.
Misha, some
I'm
promoters,
that dude.
some promoters across the world, they do that. They'll glam and not make a dollar, but they putting their hands on everybody in the building.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it only catches up to you. So
Yeah.
it's an old saying, it catches up to you when it catches up to you. So and a lot of people like, oh, you in there, you got all these pretty girls. No, I've never touched, not one of my employees, never thought about it. You cannot do it because it will catch up to you.
Goddamn
Right
right.
you
It
in
will
your
catch
ass.
up to you. Well, it's more in-house employees.
get you.
Because you're around them
They
more.
get you.
You're around them more.
get
And when you got pretty girls, because you want pretty girls behind the bar, you want pretty servers. That's the
That
person
shit
you
hard.
see
It be
every day.
3,
Yeah.
4 in the morning,
Yeah.
and it's just y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody sleep.
Yeah.
So
It's your
I mean,
workers, and you don't never want to cross that line.
Yep.
And I tell people all the time, man, just you can laugh and joke and play, but if you cross that line, those are the places that don't survive. And sometimes that's the reason some places close.
No, for real.
Yeah.
The women.
And fast.
It's always
and abrupt.
that reason.
Yeah.
Letting everybody in for free. That's pretty.
No,
That's true,
That's
too.
true
Yeah.
too. No, we actually talking about engaging.
Engaging.
Engaging. Flirting is a whole nother different ball game than engage. Listen, we
No,
talking
I
about.
understand.
We talking about
I
from the
understood Leonard's
promoters.
question. In his question, you
yeah.
said fucking.
Yeah.
He didn't say letting
I
them
said
in.
straight fucking. I
He
ain't
didn't say
Yeah.
allowing them to have a drink.
Cause it happens.
No,
you know how many promoters fucking these boy?
They use it.
They ain't making no money
They
either.
ain't making no money.
Yeah.
Bringing 10, 15 people in with them.
Yeah.
And they drink it for free too.
Them days.
Yeah, everything
them
on the
days
house.
over.
Yeah.
Come on, talk to me, Ty.
we love all the promoters.
Uh-huh.
We pretty much done business like right now.
With every
we
promoter
got
in Dallas.
Friday, DJ
I
IE.
ain't
We
even
love
got a
them.
night at Echo. Just
Hey,
matter of
listen.
fact, now
Are
we
you
talking
got
about
one?
Friday night, DJ IE. We
But
love
Leonard,
the
we
IE.
worked with you before
Yeah, we have. And then
at Union Park.
hey,
I said I ain't
hey,
got a night at
hey,
Echo.
listen.
Why y'all talking about other
What we
stuff?
talking about? We work
You can have
with
Tuesday night.
Casino
When we ain't
Fred. We work with
They
Sandaka
didn't say I
right
can
here.
have Tuesday night when we ain't
work
open.
with Antonio Everett. We work with Blue. We work with Blue. We work with what other?
Yeah, we work with a lot.
You can't name a promoter that
I
we
said I ain't worked
Sarah-
at
we
hey,
hadn't brought-
Echo.
hey,
That's
Sarah-
all I said.
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah.
night,
Yeah.
Y'all
we got
act like
DeVille,
misproduced. I asked one
Party
question,
Chase,
y'all
the X
answered
Party
it.
Chase.
Yeah.
DeVille created his own storm. We with him.
Yeah. What was man
We
in
got
business?
AOG
Man
and
in
Ray
business.
I
them.
said I haven't worked at Echo. That's all I
We-
said.
we did with all
True Vibes
promoters.
haven't-
We
ain't
love
had-
Well,
everybody.
you went True
man.
Vibes then, but we worked together before.
Hey, we love
I said
everybody.
Echo.
Casino.
That's all I'm talking about is
Dre
I'm talking
Settle.
about what y'all doing now.
Fred.
Y'all are making millions at
We
Echo.
loving all.
We ain't making no
I'm
millions.
just talking. Y'all
Nah.
probably are.
We
Y'all
deal with
probably are.
everybody, man.
Y'all up
Herschel,
there, goddamn.
Q.
We make good money, but
We
ain't
deal
no
with
millions.
everybody, baby. Like last week, we didn't hear our name, but we love everybody.
Hold on, let's
We-
let
yeah,
Tyrone
we
elaborate.
love-
Let's let him elaborate on. You said
I
you
said
hear
we
your
love
name?
everybody. We
You
ain't
talking
done
about
business.
last week? You ain't hear your name?
Nah, I heard it.
Echo comes out
I
of
didn't
my
hear-
mouth every show.
Nah, pure social. Well, I can tell you this: Echo's the black owned. You know that, right?
Yeah, cause y'all black,
One-
ain't y'all?
no,
Are
no,
you
no,
mixed
no,
with
no.
something?
Art
Are you mixed
Willis
with
Art
owns
Willis, yeah.
Echo.
something? I know that.
One owner. Well, he's black, and we do all our business there.
Yeah.
We ain't all over the goddamn place.
That's what's up.
We do our business. I got 3 birthday parties. All 3 of them at the same location.
Jerry
Just
Curl
3.
weekend.
Yeah, it is Jerry Curl
Hold
weekend.
on.
Goddamn
What
it.
is it? What is it, Paul?
Jerry
Yeah,
Curl
it
weekend.
is.
It's that nigga
Y'all
birthday.
better come and put
When is your
some
actual
money on my
birthday? When is
motherfucking
your actual
chest
birthday?
and buy me a crown apple.
When is your
Jerry
actual
Curl
birthday?
weekend.
All black
It's coming.
Saturday, May 24th. I'm a Gemini.
Actual birthday.
I got a day party DeVille gonna do Saturday
So
night.
you come to the after
Check
hours.
it out.
Sir.
Chaser,
All
I
white
forgot
on
about Water
Sunday.
Chaser, yeah.
So you need to boo for the after hours on Saturday
Yeah,
night?
he need
I
to
ain't
go.
going no after hours.
Why not?
How you gonna not support me?
Because
That's
you
what
go
I
get
do.
his ass.
hey, listen, I gotta wake up the next day. But check it out.
What you mean?
We
You
all
gotta wake up?
gotta wake up the next day.
I'll send Puff for your after hours.
Bro, it's
No,
your
it's your
birthday.
birthday.
I'll send him for. To
How old are you?
It's your
How old are you,
birthday.
I will
Tyrone?
send
How old are
Jerry
you?
Curl
How old
part
are you?
2.
How old are you?
I'll be 5'9".
He is old.
I'm old.
He is old, pup.
He gonna put.
He kind of
I'll
old.
be hey, I'm a double nickel plus 4.
He kind of old.
That's how. Yeah. How old are you,
Kinda.
Leonard?
I'm talking about for after hours.
Hey, no, I ain't nigga. I'm too old to be a nigga.
Leonard,
I
how
will
old you,
tell
Leonard?
y'all.
I
I
ain't
will
gonna
tell
be
y'all.
out there.
The last thing I did with my hair before I lost my hair was get that
Hold
shit
on.
y'all
What
got.
the key word?
I don't have Leonard. Hold on.
Lost
Y'all
your
both
hair.
got curls.
No, I don't.
He gonna lose his hair
Lisa,
too.
is this my curl?
They got curls. Y'all
That's
got.
my hair.
That is not your hair.
That's my hair.
Yes, it
Ain't got no
is.
wig
Hair,
on,
you ain't
nigga.
gonna wake up like that.
I
wake up like
wig
that.
on this split.
Shower and grease.
What was you saying? What was somebody saying? Because I did just distract
Go
me.
ahead, bring on the question.
curls.
Hey, take it. Bring on
No,
the
that's
question.
a Jerry curl.
No, let's hear the
What
question.
they saying? What they talking about?
We ignoring them.
Lord, who knows what she said that to?
Who is Kim? Kim Marie?
No,
Kim Nicholson. How many?
That's Milwaukee Kim.
Yeah, that's no. Yeah, that's.
I
called-
thought, Misa,
she
what
called
you
me
got
Pop.
messy? Yeah, I thought you had something messy. I.E.,
Let me say this.
what you saying, Miss
Let her
Producer?
talk.
I wanted to give y'all flowers because she said that. One of the top promoters who had Dallas on lock in 2000 said you need women to bring the men. He had a 6-level, even. Let me see. Y'all make me lose track.
Goddamn, Miss Producer.
A woman got in free Thursday at Purgatory State Packed. It's
Who?
how you advertise and handle it.
That was with Panama. We worked with Panama.
They say it.
That was Panama.
We worked with Panama then. I'm gonna tell y'all something about
Well,
Dallas.
we don't have the TV to
So,
see the comments.
That's
so.
all. I'm gonna tell y'all this, and what a lot of people don't know. The first person who really did outside promotion outside of the club was a girl named Teresa. Y'all remember? You remember what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
She did Blue Mesa in Addison, in the Addison era. That she was the first person that really. She was the first promoter in Dallas.
What's her name?
I think her name is Teresa. She's from Oklahoma. She was the very first person that did a party outside of the club. And she did it on, I think, Thursday nights and maybe Saturday nights.
Outside of regular bar hours.
In Dallas.
Got you.
In North Dallas. Now, I don't know about Oak Cliff.
Is she still here with us?
She's not in the business no more, but I think her son goes to Prestonwood Baptist, plays baseball. But she was the first one to really start
We need to contact
promoting.
her. We need to contact her.
The worst woman.
Yeah.
No, she was the first person.
Oh, there. We need to contact her.
Yeah.
And it was
For a fact.
women promoters after her.
Yeah,
You
she
get
did.
touch with
She
her,
did
Pop.
a party where you went to an actual restaurant, which was Blue Mesa at the time. They moved over across the street now, right? You know, it's Lazy Dog. They used to be Blue Mesa, Lazy
Oh,
Dog.
really?
Yeah. So she did that first, and that was the spot to go to. I think Thursday or Saturday nights. And I remember one time she did it. When did Aaliyah die? Because I went there one night and Aaliyah,
She passed
that's the
away
night
then.
Aaliyah passed. It was like the DJ announced it.
When
I
did
don't know who
Aaliyah
the
die?
DJ was that day.
That's a good
When
question.
did Aaliyah die?
12? No. It was later than that. I'm tripping.
No, it wasn't that late.
It was in the 2000s for sure.
It was early 2000.
That's what's up, though. We need to get in touch with her.
No, she's
We
on
need to-
Facebook. I
we
can't
need
think
the
of
first
she's gonna be
promoter in
mad at
Dallas.
me.
That's
I know she went to
that's a good
Oklahoma.
party right there. Can we collab on that one?
She out the
Yeah.
business now.
Man, she ain't got to do nothing but sit
she
there.
started the first outside parties outside a restaurant, outside a club in Dallas. Now, I will say this. Tyrone and I, we went to, so how this day party existed, we went to Houston, and Santana Dotson was doing his charity event. And he had day parties was common in Houston. It wasn't common in Dallas.
Right.
So we brought the day party. We basically brought the day parties to Houston. I don't care what nobody
to
says.
Dallas, to
Dallas.
We are the original day party.
Started.
We started day parties in Houston. And
In
Black
Dallas.
Party has been 16, 17
Black
years.
In
Party.
Dallas.
Yeah. I had somebody tell me the other day, day party ain't supposed to run
No.
no 8 hours. I said, no, we've
Hey,
been doing
we
it.
used to open at 1 o'clock. It was packed at 2
Yeah, we used to
o'clock.
open at 1. Yeah.
It was packed at 2. The fire marshal came at 4.
I know.
At
I was at them. Was y'all doing Sunset too?
We did
We did
Sunset for a
Sunset.
while, yeah.
Y'all did Sunset?
We did
We moved
Sunsets
around.
on Saturday. We never did that on Sunday.
No, but we got put out some places because of the crowd.
Yeah.
And you know, we had to move around.
We all been through that.
Shit happens.
So what's your future looking like as it relates to expanding, getting other locations? Are you trying to do that? Are you old boys trying to retire?
I have an idea on a concept and a place. I see the place. I see the concept. But I got to get a few more people on board.
I'm on board.
Okay, I'll let
We got to
you know.
grow.
Man, you always say that. That's
Hey, we always got to grow, man.
I got a concept and a
he do.
I do. And
It's called growing.
And I'm getting old. Like Tyrone 59, 55. We're getting older. And believe it or not, Echo is a restaurant, but it's really it's a restaurant club.
Yeah.
And it's
I love it.
It's a younger generation coming through.
I love it.
It's just, we ought to manage it, but we need to. I know for a fact we got to bring in a younger mind, a younger person that understands what that younger generation. And I'm gonna tell you something, man. And Leonard, you know this because you in the industry. The young crowd don't drink like we drink.
No.
They on edibles.
Yeah.
They smoking.
They on drugs.
The liquor, alcohol is not the.
They ain't spending money.
What was the number one seller
I know.
in the club?
I know.
It's not the thing no more.
We was doing
And
10,
they come in there high and
10,
they buy
12,000
one.
in 3
They
hours.
doing the edible.
He said, make his presence known. What up, though, y'all?
Who?
What up, TDK?
TDK.
Shout out to
TDK.
what up,
Hey,
TDK.
listen. TDK. I did Cowboy Cafe. TDK and BMW, his brothers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
we go back. Shit, with me and TDK and BMW go back 30 years. Both of them.
Man, we
and
gotta do a
I
part
know their
two.
real names. This is the funny thing about this business. TDK real name is, I want to say Kevin.
You think
right?
he wants you to tell
Yeah,
people that?
because when you got to write them checks to them DJs.
Oh, there you go.
You learn their real
Yeah,
name.
You learn their
His
real
legal
name.
name.
But
Yeah.
I'm saying, you think he cool with you telling him?
Yeah, he is cool. What's TDK
We
real
got to
name?
do a part two,
Shit, I
man.
don't
We done
know.
ran out of time already.
We
got-
done?
Never had to write no
God
check out.
damn.
11:06, y'all.
Man.
We started late,
We started
We
late.
started late. We started late.
but
man.
I enjoyed myself.
Man, this,
Appreciate y'all.
we listen, bro. Listen, Pup. Goddamn Tyrone, man. I've been trying to get y'all on here for a year and 2 months.
He been telling me not to fuck
Exactly.
with you.
You're
You,
alive.
Fuck you, Tyrone.
Leonard, before we go, Leonard, Leonard, before we go,
Okay, I'm lying.
the
I'm
house
lying. Okay,
tonight.
I'm lying.
before we go, you had the best year of your life as a Detroit Lion fan.
No, every year is.
Ben Johnson
No, the
gone, bro.
last year was the best. There ain't no Ben Johnson.
He gone.
First of
It
all,
was Aaron Glenn
He went to
and
Chicago.
Dan Campbell.
First of all,
Aggies.
who gonna whoop our ass this year?
I don't
The
care.
Jets.
First of all, hold on. Last question. We out here.
Yeah.
You won 3 Super Bowl championships with the Cowboys, and you don't even fuck with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he do.
I do.
He don't go for the
When he
Cowboys.
when he need to go get a check, he
no,
fuck.
no,
He's there.
I ain't talking about. I'm talking
They
about.
called me today. I
They
told you
called
damn
me
well.
today.
I told you
I might
damn
be
well
a
they
black
called me
meme
today.
of them, but he signed
I
that
shouldn't
check.
I shouldn't be saying
One of
this
the
shit. There.
coordinators, she emailed me
Said
today.
there was.
She
He'll
said,
be there
I need-
on
I need
time.
you over here May 30th.
But why you don't go for the Cowboys during the season?
He do.
I do.
He just be bullshit.
I be mad.
I know what's happening now.
No, Leonard.
I'm saying the wrong shit.
That's what I do.
I'm saying
Leonard,
the wrong shit
it's
right
been
now.
30
I shouldn't be
years.
saying this
It's
online.
been 30 years, Leonard. I use reverse psychology. Yeah. So if I act like I don't pull for them, I think they might win.
Oh,
It ain't worked in 30 years.
It ain't work. So you need to pull for him then.
No, that might not work. It hurts.
Man, you got me ready, bitch producer. You got me ready to get up out of here. It hurts.
You dancing by
How
yourself.
you think I feel? I'm a die
You had
hard.
a great year this year.
I'm a die. Have I ever gave up on the Detroit line?
Never.
suck.
Never.
What about the
Man, I
Giants?
appreciate y'all, man. I got Kevin Puff Smith in the house and my boy Tyrone Jackson. Goddamn,
Yeah,
listen,
Detroit
Echo
sucks.
in the house.
Echo is here, but Detroit sucks. Why you gonna flip me off of your show?
That was.
Well, I love
we
you.
talking about
I love you,
football,
Leonard.
man. You can't be talking about football on the
All
show
right,
like
all right,
that.
my bad.
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you,
Appreciate
Misa.
you.
Appreciate you, the studio. Hey, listen, we're gonna be doing this more often.
Hey,
I can do this every week, goddamn. The studio shit. I like it.
Uh-oh.
get up
You're
and dance,
damn-
dog.
Hey.
Shit.
Q said you in a tent. I meant to tell you that too.
Quinn Coleman. Quinn Coleman.
All right, bud. I love you, boy.
What up out of here, man? Appreciate you, bro.
Yo,
Be at 1, 2, 3.
Quinn Coleman.
Yeah, that's